Is it possible that the vast majority of individuals are, in fact, living well below their true potential? Could it be that the keys to success are readily available to each and every one of us? The answer is a resounding yes. In this video, I will reveal the secrets of Napoleon Hill's book Think and Grow Rich. We will delve into its profound principles and explore their practical application. What are the common missing points when unlocking full potential? Why do so many struggle to break free from mediocrity? The true obstacles to success reside within us. Join me as we embark on this transformative journey together. Desire. It's often seen as greed, impulsivity, a lack of self-control. We are taught to tame our desires, to rein them in. But what if this fear of desire is the greatest impediment to success? Desire is the lifeblood of ambition, propelling us beyond the mundane. To deny our desires is to deny our very nature. The problem is not desire but our inability to harness it. Confront your desires head-on, examine them critically, transform fleeting impulses into unwavering goals for a life of purpose. Faith. The very word evokes a sense of ethereal mystery, often relegated to the realm of religion and spirituality. Many perceive faith as a blind leap into the unknown, a suspension of logic and reason in favor of wishful thinking. This misconception, however, couldn't be further from the truth. Faith, in the context of achieving success, is not about subscribing to dogma or accepting things without question. It's about cultivating an unwavering belief in yourself, in your ability to achieve your goals, and in the power of your own mind to shape your reality. It's about recognizing that you possess within you the potential to overcome challenges, to learn from your mistakes, and to ultimately triumph over adversity. This isn't to say that the path to success is devoid of doubt or uncertainty. In fact, doubt is a natural part of the human experience. We all face moments of uncertainty, times when our resolve is tested, and our belief in ourselves wavers. The key is not to suppress these doubts, but to acknowledge them without letting them paralyze us. True faith, then, lies not in the absence of doubt, but in the ability to persevere despite it. It's about clinging to your vision, to your goals, even when the path ahead seems treacherous and uncertain. It's about trusting in your own resilience, in your capacity to adapt, to learn, and to ultimately emerge stronger from the fires of challenge. Now let's talk about autosuggestion. The very word might sound strange, even a little mystical to the modern ear. It's often misunderstood as some kind of self-deception or wishful thinking. But that's not what autosuggestion is about. It's not about lying to yourself or ignoring reality. Autosuggestion is about taking conscious control of your internal dialogue, of the constant stream of thoughts that shape your perception and influence your actions. It's about understanding that your mind is a garden, and just as a garden left untended will be overrun with weeds, an untended mind will be filled with negativity, doubt, and limiting beliefs. See, our minds are incredibly powerful tools, capable of extraordinary feats of creativity and problem-solving. But they're also susceptible to negativity bias, to focusing on the negative, the threatening, the potentially harmful. This negativity bias served us well in our evolutionary past, keeping us vigilant against predators and threats in our environment. But in the modern world, this negativity bias can be counterproductive, leading to anxiety, fear, and inaction. This is where autosuggestion comes in. It's about actively planting the seeds of positive, empowering beliefs in the fertile ground of your mind, beliefs that can help you overcome fear, doubt, and procrastination, and ultimately help you achieve your goals. In this chapter, we delve into the concept of specialized knowledge, a critical component on the path to success. It's tempting to believe that we live in an age where general knowledge, readily available at our fingertips, is sufficient. But this is a dangerous illusion, a siren song of complacency. While general knowledge can be helpful, it's the specialized knowledge, the deep understanding of a particular field or skill, that truly sets you apart. It's the difference between dabbling in a hobby and achieving mastery, It's the difference between being a jack of all trades and a master of one. Now, acquiring specialized knowledge requires a shift from passive consumption to active pursuit. It's not about skimming headlines or scrolling through social media feeds. It's about immersing yourself in the chosen field, seeking out the experts, the books, the courses that can provide you with a nuanced and comprehensive understanding. This requires humility, acknowledging that you don't have all the answers. It demands a willingness to be a student, to sit at the feet of those who have already traversed the path you seek to tread. It requires patience, understanding that mastery is not a destination, but a journey, a process of continuous learning and refinement. Now let's talk about a faculty often relegated to the realm of artists' and dreamers' imagination. We tend to associate imagination with childhood, with whimsical fantasies and playful make-believe. But as we mature, we're often encouraged to abandon such flights of fancy, to trade the boundless realm of imagination for the perceived pragmatism of the real world. But this is a grave mistake. Imagination is not the antithesis of practicality, it's its wellspring. It's the crucible in which new ideas are forged, the engine that drives innovation and progress. It's the ability to envision possibilities beyond the confines of the present, to conceive of a different, hopefully better future. You see, every invention, every technological breakthrough, every artistic masterpiece began as a spark of imagination. It began with someone daring to dream, to envision something beyond the realm of the known. It's the Wright brothers imagining flight before they ever built an airplane. It's Steve Jobs envisioning a world transformed by personal computing before the first Macintosh was ever assembled. And it's not just limited to grand inventions or artistic endeavors. Imagination plays a crucial role in our everyday lives. It allows us to empathize with others, to step into their shoes and see the world from their perspective. It helps us solve problems, to envision different solutions and anticipate potential obstacles. The world is chaotic. That's not a criticism, it's a fundamental truth. And in the face of that chaos, it's tempting to shrink back, to let the unpredictable currents of life toss you about like a ship without a rudder. But you are not a ship, and you are not without agency. You have within you the capacity to impose order, to plan, and to navigate. Now, I'm not talking about some rigid totalitarian schedule where every minute is accounted for and spontaneity is banished. That's not order, that's tyranny. I'm talking about something far more powerful, far more freeing. I'm talking about the kind of planning that stems from a deep understanding of your values, your goals, and the actions necessary to bring them to fruition. This kind of planning requires introspection. It requires you to look inward and ask yourself difficult questions. What do you truly desire? What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve it? What are the steps, both large and small, that will lead you towards your desired future? It's not a one-time exercise either. Life is dynamic, ever-changing. Just as a captain must adjust his sails to the wind, so too must you remain adaptable, revisiting and refining your plan as circumstances dictate. This is not a weakness, but a testament to your commitment to the path, even as it winds and turns towards the horizon. We live in a world saturated with choices. From the moment we wake to the moment we close our eyes, we're bombarded with options, each vying for our attention, our time, our energy. This constant barrage of possibilities can be overwhelming, leading to analysis paralysis, procrastination, and a deep sense of existential dread. You see, the ability to choose is a double-edged sword. It is both the defining characteristic of our humanity and a heavy burden to bear. On the one hand, it grants us the freedom to shape our own destiny, to forge our own path through the world. But on the other hand, it saddles us with the responsibility for the consequences of our choices, both good and bad. Many people shy away from this responsibility, preferring to drift along on a current of indecision, letting external forces dictate their course. But this is not true freedom. It is a form of self-imposed imprisonment, a denial of your own agency. To truly live, to truly thrive, you must embrace the burden of choice and step boldly into the arena of decision-making. But how do we do this? How do we navigate the complexities of choice and emerge as masters of our own fate? The answer, as with so many things in life, lies in understanding the principles that govern effective decision-making. We live in a culture obsessed with instant gratification. We want it all, and we want it now. This insatiable desire for immediacy has seeped into our understanding of success, leading to the pervasive myth of the overnight sensation. We see individuals who seem to achieve greatness effortlessly, catapulting to the top of their field with seemingly little effort. But this is an illusion, a carefully curated facade that obscures the years of toil, sacrifice, and unwavering dedication that lie beneath the surface. True success, lasting success, is rarely instantaneous. It is the product of countless hours of hard work, of relentless pursuit in the face of setbacks and adversity. Think of a mighty oak tree, its branches reaching towards the heavens. It's easy to look upon such a majestic specimen and marvel at its size and strength. But what we often fail to consider is the time it took to reach such heights. The decades of slow, steady growth, the countless storms weathered, the deep roots anchoring it firmly in the ground. Similarly, the path to any worthwhile goal is rarely linear or effortless. There will be obstacles, there will be setbacks, there will be moments when you question your sanity for even embarking on this journey. It is in these moments, when the voice of doubt whispers its seductive lies, that you must summon the indomitable spirit of persistence. Now, the idea of a mastermind might seem like some esoteric, mystical concept. You might think, that's for secret societies and ancient orders, not for me. But that's precisely where you'd be wrong. The mastermind principle, as Napoleon Hill outlined it, is far more straightforward and practical than you might imagine. It's about recognizing that you, as an individual, are limited. You exist within the confines of your own experience, your own knowledge base. The mastermind principle is the antidote to that limitation. It's about recognizing that two minds, working in harmony, are exponentially more powerful than one. Think about it. When you engage in deep, meaningful conversation, when you bounce ideas off someone you trust and respect, don't you find yourself seeing things from new angles? Don't you feel your own thinking sharpen, your own ideas crystallize? That's the mastermind principle at work. It's about leveraging the collective wisdom, experience, and energy of a group to propel yourself further than you could ever go alone. It's about harnessing the power of synergy, of shared purpose, to achieve truly remarkable things. And the beautiful thing is, it's accessible to anyone willing to embrace it. Now, let's discuss a concept that often evokes misunderstanding and misinterpretation: sex transmutation. When people hear this term, their minds often gravitate towards the purely physical, towards the suppression or redirection of sexual energy. But Hill's concept of sex transmutation runs far deeper than that. It's about harnessing the potent energy of desire, of creative life force, and channeling it towards the achievement of your goals. See, within each of us resides this incredible wellspring of energy, this primal force that drives us towards creation, connection, and expansion. It's the same force that fuels our desires, our passions, our drive to build and achieve. Now, this energy can manifest in various forms, and yes, sexuality is one of them, but it's not about denying or suppressing this energy. It's about recognizing its potency and consciously directing it towards something greater. Think of it like this. Imagine a river, its current powerful and unrelenting. If left undirected, that river might flood its banks, causing chaos and destruction. But by building dams, by creating channels, we can harness that same powerful current to generate electricity, to irrigate fields, to fuel progress and growth. That's the essence of sex transmutation. It's about taking that raw, primal energy and transforming it into a force for good. A force that propels you towards your goals, that fuels your creativity, and that allows you to leave a lasting impact on the world. Now let's delve into the fascinating realm of the subconscious mind. You see, far beneath the surface of our conscious awareness lies a vast and powerful reservoir of thoughts, beliefs, and memories. This is the subconscious mind. And while it may operate silently, its influence on our lives is profound. Imagine an iceberg for a moment. The tip of the iceberg, the part we see above the water, represents our conscious mind. It's where our thoughts, our decisions, our immediate awareness reside. But beneath the surface, hidden from view, lies the massive bulk of the iceberg, representing our subconscious. Now, this subconscious mind isn't some passive bystander. It's constantly absorbing information, processing experiences, and shaping our perceptions of the world. It's the repository of our habits, our beliefs, our deepest fears, and our most cherished dreams. And here's the crucial point. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. It accepts whatever we impress upon it as truth. This has profound implications for our lives. If we're constantly bombarded with negative self-talk, if we replay past failures in our minds, if we focus on our limitations instead of our potential, we're effectively programming our subconscious to sabotage our efforts. We're essentially handing the reins of our lives over to doubt, fear, and insecurity. The human brain, an organ of extraordinary complexity, a labyrinth of neural pathways and electrochemical processes. It's the very seat of consciousness, the engine of your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Yet, so many individuals wander through life, barely tapping into a fraction of its true power. You see, the brain isn't some static, unchanging entity. It's a dynamic, evolving system, constantly adapting and rewiring itself based on the input it receives. This is the very essence of neuroplasticity, the brain's capacity to learn, grow, and reconfigure itself. And let me tell you, this is no mystical phenomenon, it's a well-established scientific principle. The implications of this are profound. It means you are not chained to the limitations of your past experiences or genetic predispositions. You have the inherent power to reshape your brain, to mold it into a tool capable of achieving extraordinary things. But this demands effort, a conscious commitment to feeding your mind with the right inputs. In our journey to unlock success, we've explored practical steps and mental frameworks. But there's another dimension that can propel us towards our goals: the sixth sense. It's about cultivating that space within, where reason and feeling coalesce. Think of those moments when an idea seems to emerge fully formed. This is the sixth sense in action, a blend of knowledge, experience, and perception. It's the quiet voice that whispers opportunity or warns of danger. To access this inner compass, we need to cultivate stillness. We need to practice the art of listening to the subtle signals within. We've talked about harnessing desire, cultivating faith, and unlocking the power of the sixth sense. But there are forces that lurk in the shadows, threatening to sabotage our progress. These are the six ghosts of fear: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. Each one whispers insidious doubts, feeding on our insecurities and holding us back. The fear of poverty whispers scarcity, convincing us there's not enough. The fear of criticism tells us we're not good enough to pursue our dreams. The fear of ill health preys on our vulnerability. The fear of loss of love whispers that we are unlovable. These fears impact our choices, relationships, and well-being. As we conclude our exploration of Think and Grow Rich, remember that this isn't just about financial wealth. It's about cultivating a wealth of spirit, of purpose, and of fulfillment. It's about understanding the power of your own mind and harnessing that power to create a life that truly aligns with your values and aspirations. The principles we've discussed: desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, the mastermind, sex transmutation, the subconscious mind, the brain, the sixth sense, and overcoming fear. These are not merely concepts to be understood intellectually. They are tools to be implemented, practices to be honed, and principles to be embodied in your daily life. The journey to success is not a linear path. It's a spiral. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But by internalizing these principles, by cultivating self-awareness, and by committing to persistent action, you equip yourself to navigate those challenges and emerge stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true potential. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insightful videos like this. Stay motivated and unlock your true potential with us.